This is a super common question and one that I want to answer honestly, because a lot of people think that child care center owners are just pocketing the money, and that is not in fact the truth. So the assumption is that parents pay tuition, owners collect the money, and the teachers never see it. But child care is not a high profit industry. It's high cost and low margin service. The biggest expense in child care centers is usually labor. That means that 60 to 80% of revenue goes straight to payroll. That payroll includes teacher wages, payroll taxes, workers' comp, unemployment insurance, benefits, training and onboarding. So when wages go up, even if it's just $1 an hour, that goes up across multiple areas. So just raise tuition. Well, it's not that easy. Unlike other industries where you can just raise the prices to help cover the cost, we can't necessarily do that because we already have families who are stretched extremely thin to try and cover the expense. Subsidies that help families pay for that are already not covering the real expense. Tuition increases price families out of being able to afford care, and enrollment will drop if prices get raised too high. So you have owners who are balancing trying to pay their staff as much as possible, keeping the care accessible to families, and trying to keep the doors open at all. It's not a greedy position, it's just survival math. Now let's talk about ratios, which is the huge killer. Childcare is legally ratio-based. That means that one teacher can only legally watch so many kids. That means that revenue is capped per classroom. Productivity and revenue cannot increase without increasing staff. So there's no way to scale output like other businesses. So if you have an infant teacher who is responsible for 5 infants, their income can only come from those 5 infants. The only way to change that is to increase the ratios, which then can decrease the quality of care. And that math can be brutal. Most owners are not getting rich off of this. They're working unpaid hours. They're reinvesting their revenue into compliance, into materials, and into staff development. They're carrying personal financial risk to keep the centers open. And trust me, if childcare centers were cash cows, there wouldn't be a national shortage. The uncomfortable truth is, teachers aren't underpaid because owners don't care. Childcare is underfunded. Labor is capped by ratios. Families can't afford to absorb the true cost. Society expects childcare to operate like a public good and a private business at the same time. And you can't have it both ways without breaking someone. Good owners want to pay more. We do pay as much as we can sustainably, because if a center collapses, teachers lose jobs, families lose care, and the community loses infrastructure that it needs. If we want higher wages in childcare, we can't just blame owners. We need to have public investment, better subsidy structures, realistic policies that actually support childcare, and treating childcare like an essential infrastructure and not like a luxury service. It's an underfunded system, not uncaring owners.